Welcome back to A Place by the Sea. It's nearly decision time for Ralph and Judy Bell, who want to leave behind their hectic life for a new start running a bed and breakfast here on the Norfolk coast.
I've been helping Judy and Ralph Bell find a new home where they can semi-retire to. They've lived around London for the past 20 years and want to swap the hustle and bustle of the city for the tranquility of the seaside. They've now seen all 6 properties. With Ralph's business expertise, it's been a tough challenge, and I'm about to find out if I finally managed to hit the nail on the head. Will Judy and Ralph make an offer?
Do you feel like you've had some time just to sit down and reflect on stuff?
Yes, we have now.
We looked at the Great Yarmouth area, and we started off with the 1960s home. Now, I know that you were really taken by the decor and the style of the house. Do you still like it as much as you did initially?
I think it was initially you see the roof.
Yeah.
So you either like it or you hate it and you walk straight by. That's the sort of thing we like, so we stayed.
And that was a time warp, and keeping that in the 60s and trying to keep it as a 60s house.
Something you'd want to go for, or?
It's an option.
It's an option.
It's an option.
Okay. What about the sea view house? Because I know when you first saw it, you were like, oh, not sure about this.
That's right, yes.
But as you went through it, you felt that there was some potential.
Yes.
Do you still see that potential?
Yes. If the price is right, then there will be the extra money to carry out the works to the property and to make it up to a very good standard.
Did it feel like that could be your home?
Possibly.
Possibly.
It has its merits, but as we say, we have to go through the prices and that and see what they're willing to take for the property.
And then, of course, in North Walsham area. What about the Orchard House? Now, it sounds like the garden really blew you away.
Yes.
Do you still feel the same about that?
I think the feeling's got even worse now, hasn't it? It's become a craving. The garden was the thing, and I knew we could build around that garden.
And what about the house itself, though? Did you like that?
The house is beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
House is well thought out, well laid out.
So what were you thinking when you went round the house?
I think for me, it was suddenly the phone was going to ring saying, sorry, but the house has now been sold to someone else who sold 3 weeks ago.
Were you that stuck on it that it would have been heart-wrenching if it had gone somewhere else?
Yes.
So does that
It's
mean
just
that you love it enough that you want to go for it?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Definitely.
Excellent.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Big yeses.
Yes,
Big
lots
yeses.
of yeses.
Are you surprised that you went for a 1960s house in the end?
Extremely surprised. It's gone against everything we've ever said and everything we've ever told anybody who would care to listen to us.
Why don't you go off and take some time out, and then maybe we could catch up a bit later and see what's happened.
Certainly, yes.
Great.
Look forward to it.
While Ralph and Judy are putting in their offer, let's see what other properties I've found here on the Norfolk coast to suit all budgets. Maybe holidaying on the Norfolk Broads is hot on your holiday wish list. Then what better way to do it than in the luxury of your own cruiser? It sleeps 10 and could be a cool booze cruise. It comes in at a splash at just under £30,000. If you prefer to have a bit more distance between yourself and the water and don't want to compromise on sea views, this individually designed chalet bungalow could be your dream home. But views don't come cheap. This house will set you back nearly £250,000. If you fancy a bit of the Far East, but Norfolk's the furthest east you'll go, then you might be tempted by this 3-bedroom Oriental thatch garden pavilion, secluded and enchanting at just under £300,000. If you feel pretty in pink, this Cerise Seaside Palace could win you over. It may be a bit bold for some, but when you see the indoor pool, you'll realise that it's not what it looks like from the outside that's important. It's what's on the inside that matters. And it's on the market for just over £500,000. Or could you ask for more? This idyllic former rectory has its own 200-foot water frontage on the River Bure. You'll be fine to dine within these elegant and tranquil surroundings, but if you want it, you'll have to push the boat out. It's a cool £1 million. Ralph immediately called the estate agent and put in an offer of £275,000. It was rejected, so Ralph upped the offer to £287,000, which was accepted. Their house near London has been sold, and they're hoping to move into the Orchard House at the end of September. Ralph's hoping to buy a hawk to keep in the garden, and they're going to seriously look into opening a B&B once they've settled in and explored the surrounding area.
Join me again on my travels around the British coastline and the properties it has to offer. See you then.